Yo, guys, I was literally just checking Twitter just because someone said, go to twitter.com. Boom. Suno at the top. Boom. Says, yo, guys, you can create one-shots now. What? What? So let's figure out how to do this. Let's go to where it says busyworksbeats.com/Suno. That will let them know you came from here. And let's figure out how to create one-shots. Now, I don't see it like, oh, maybe it's in the studio area. Let's see. Okay, here it is. So it's in the Suno Studio area, and under the create area, it says sounds. Okay, so let's cook. Okay, let's create a new project here. And let's say we want an 808 bass trap. Okay, so we're gonna cook up sounds here. Let's go to our workspace so we can load these up. What else is a one shot? Let's do Roland TR 808 snare. Let's see if that does what that sounds like. Let's do the same thing here. Let's do hi-hat. All right, Warner must have gave them some drum stems or something. Let's do acoustic drum. Well, if this is a one shot, let me think. Let's just call it acoustic drum break. Oh, you know what? We could do loops and one shots, y'all. We could do loops and one shots. Let's do bongos and congas, and we're gonna do a loop. Oh my God, you could put the key, you could put the BPM. Oh, they're coming for next on this one. They are going out for blood. All right, let's see what they generated so far for the 808. Cool sound, but cool sound, but I don't think it's all the way there, honestly. Now that is a Roland TR 808 snare. That is that. So I said one shot, but it's creating a loop for some reason. Or did I have loop on at that point? I don't know. I don't know why it says one shot when it's creating loops. But that is a TR 808 hi-hat. That's kind of like it. Now here's the acoustic drum break. Not bad. That's actually not bad at all. All right, let's see what else they got. Hip hop producers are gonna go crazy off these samples, yo. You know that kid that's at the computer? Shout out to Suno, man. These updates, I love how they just drop it. Like, oh, here, hey guys, here's something. And they dropped it during NAMM. Let's go. All right, so the bongos, I like that. Let's do a loop and let's get weird. Let's call it digichord. Let's see if it only does a melody here. I don't know. So let's put the key. Let's do 170 BPM and then let's give it like, oh, they even have a key selector. So let's do E major. And I would have to play the keys to really see if this is E major. Hold on, y'all. All right, so I don't know why I put E major, knowing I don't even play E major a lot. So here's E minor. So here would be E major. So these notes should blend with whatever they generated. All right, so let's play that. Dang, it went so fast. All right, sounds in key. Does it restart? What happened? I don't know if this is E major, but it's in the key of E though. Definitely E minor, but it doesn't matter though. So it's not super coherent. What's the word? Super coherent? Is that the word? Prompt coherent? It's definitely not super prompt coherent, but is it good? Yeah, it's good. Okay, so you guys can create loops, one shots. Now, does this mean you're going to create the next 808 pack? I don't think so. Not where it is right now. Not that. Let's try it one more time just to give it, let's just say 808 with no other. Let's take out the key. Let's take out the thing. So let's just put 808 and see what it does. Let's give them a second shot. So I think the only thing it needs to train on is 808s. What else is there? You got the kick, the drum, the snare. Let's do, I don't know what. Let's do drum kit in a small room. Let's see if it understands reverb talk, and let's give it a loop. All right. It's not a bad 808. But when it says one shot, it gives you definitely a loop. So yeah, they need to train on a little bit, a couple more 808s. I can give them 808s if they just want the 808s. I've sound designed 808s. So I do hear like the small room reverb here. So it did understand room. Let's say, now let's do a big hall. So drum kit in a big hall. So this should have a long tail reverb if it understands, let's say reverb to be more specific. So now I'm basically testing, does it understand keywords that are sound effects? So let's say drum break with spring reverb. That's a very specific reverb that has like this Griselda type sound to it. So let's see if it understands what I mean. Doesn't sound like a big hall, but it doesn't sound small either. There we go. That actually has hall reverb on it, yo. So it understands effects. Oh, this changes the game, yo. So I don't think it gets the spring reverb yet. So it definitely doesn't understand spring reverb, at least with that prompt. So let's do New York drum break. Let's get a little more specific. Gritty. I can't use celebrity names, but I'm going for Mobb Deep. So New York drum break, gritty. Say hip hop. Man, okay, so this is interesting, y'all. So far, I think the best stuff it's giving out, you know, outputting is the drum kit stuff for sure, and the melodies. Let me see if we could do like neo soul R&B grooves. Right, that's not what I meant by gritty. All right, so no, that was a miss. Let's try, what was the one I was just about to do? I forgot, hold up. Oh, let's do like neo soul. I'll say like tight groove drum break. Let's just see what it gives. And then we'll just do different keywords. Instead of neo soul, we'll say R&B. And if I have to be even more specific, we'll say snare rim, which is like hitting the snare, or side stick is another term for it. Snare side stick. Let's see if it even understands what I'm even saying. Okay, so here's the neo soul. I wouldn't say that's neo soul. So this is clearly learning still. Okay, so R&B, let's see what it comes up. That feels a little aggressive for R&B. So I don't think it's there with these R&B and neo soul genres yet. Yeah, this is way too aggressive for R&B. That's a cool sound, but yeah, so I don't think, okay, so all it has right now is this acoustic drums, and it seems like they were trained off of like rock songs. It definitely does not have R&B and neo soul in here. It does have the Roland TR 808 snare. It does not have hard 808 samples yet. It does have simple little TR 808 hi-hats. We did bongos and congas. That came out really good. Okay, so what else can we do? Let's do maybe ethnic. Let's just use the word ethnic percussion loop and just see what it comes up with. So in my head, I'm thinking like Indian ethnicity, or even African ethnicity, or even Asian ethnic sounds. And let's see if it knows what I'm in my head thinking. Okay, so let's see what it conjures. I would definitely consider that ethnic. So far I think its strength right now is definitely acoustic drums. and some drum machine stuff. Now, oh, you know what we should do? New Jack Swing. If it does this, then, you know, I'm gonna have to take my hat off. Okay, let's see what other ethnic stuff they have in here. So it actually has that. So I think this is like, you know, I would say, where is it at right now? If I had to judge it, it's at a level where if you are putting together a video of some sort, if you're like a video editor type person, this is right up your alley. You could just drag and drop sounds you may not have in your library straight into your project. For music producers, you're gonna have to cherry pick to find, you know, stuff that you're looking for. So that's where it's at right now. I think it's really good for acoustics and loops, acoustic drums and loops. Yeah, that's a vibe. Like we could loop that as producers and just flip it. So that's kind of how I'm hearing this stuff. Now let's see if it does New Jack Swing. If it does New Jack Swing, then maybe we have something here. But I doubt it. Oh yeah, nah, that ain't it. Okay, so it definitely doesn't have New Jack Swing, R&B, or neo soul trained in the drums because they use the difference. They do a side stick on this there more so. It goes like that. It's not like boom, boom, ka, boom, the boom, ka. It's just not that heavy. So, yeah, let's try. Okay, so now that we understand the drum capabilities, let's try some melody. So we did digicore. Let's try trap melody. Let's see what it comes up with. I'm not going to give it a key because I don't want to restrict it. Now the coherence, is that the word? I feel like I'm using the wrong word. Prompt coherence is not as good with the key because it gave me an E minor scale, even though I said E major, but it gave us E. Okay, so trap melody, let's do R&B melody. And let's do, now you could do this stuff already in the Suno Studio. Okay, so R&B melody, trap melody, neo soul. Notice I'm not giving it an instrument. Let's do rock melody and let's do vocal. Let's do hip hop melody and then let's do like R&B vocal, something like that. Oh, you know what we should do? Choir melody. All right, so I just gave it very vague things because I want to see what it thinks. Okay, so here's trap melody. I mean, that works. Pretty cool scale. That's pretty dope. So I'm pretty sure they trained off of like a pack of loops or something. Maybe when Warner connected with them, they trained off of some like multi-tracks of, I don't know, some loop kits they had. Who knows? Because I'm assuming that's where they got the stuff. Because how else would you have the individual sounds? Yeah, the R&B melodies were a miss on this. This is more soul than neo soul. So it feels like we went a little back in time, but again, give them time and they'll have this chiseled down over time, that's for sure. That was pretty cool melody. So neo soul R&B, again, it doesn't have that fully trained in my opinion. In on that rock melody. Here's the hip hop melody. I don't know about this one. All right, so that was a miss. Yeah, this is hip hop. If I ever heard it, this sounds like a YouTube type beat. And it even knows how to repeat itself. Let's see how it drops though. Now, where were those drums? Those are the drums we need in the hip hop drums. Where were those drums? That's the drum we need. Oh, it can do like little vocal phrases for you guys. That'd be fire.
The
fact that it just did a random harmony. Baby, what you mean? Let's see what the choir. So it looks like it's giving us about 6 seconds per clip, which isn't very long for a loop. You know, Kanye's gonna flip that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Personally, I think if I had to rank this in total quality, I would say it's at a 6 out of 10 in terms of total quality. Does that make it crappy? No, this is way beyond anything we've ever heard. Suno is really chiseling out, you know, unique things about Suno. They have Suno Studio. They have the mashup feature, which I was actually about to make a video about today, which we might be able to mash up. Let me see if we can mash up 2 of these loops. Let's do that real quick. So if you guys don't know, you can drag audio. It could be your audio or Suno's audio. And now under custom, it says mashup. Okay, so basically you got to find something else and drag it in. So you basically have 2 audio inputs and you're going to blend the 2. So let's do it in real time. Let's create this thing. And you guys should go subscribe to Chill Panic as well. He makes really, really good videos about Suno. He's more up on it. I just happened to check Twitter and just saw this new feature. But if you guys want to stay up on Suno more so, if I remember, I'll link him below. But his name is Chill Panic on YouTube. All right, so as this loads, now the mashup takes a little bit more time to analyze the audio apparently. But let me go back to what I was saying. So if I had to rank this feature, this one-shot/loop feature, the accuracy is a little off. I don't think it's trained fully on everything that we're used to. So that's why I'm docking points off. And some of the coherence wasn't accurate. So for that reason, that's why it's at a 6 out of 10, not because it's not good. I just think there's improvement to be made. But yeah, so if I was already on the Suno Studio plan, so this is like an added bonus basically. So here's the Digicore melody mashup. So this is basically how you never run out of melody ideas or sample ideas. Oh, you know what I didn't test? I did not test 1970s Black Soul. How did I forget? Let's do 1970s Black Soul. Very important to use the word Black Soul. And we're gonna say drum break. Now, if they can just solo the drum break, this might be a game changer, because this is something that hip hop producers really are seeking. And instead of, let's do that a couple times. And then on this one, let's put like, what else is in Black Soul? Guitar, you have, let's just say guitar. Let's see what pops up. Because what I'm gonna do, if this works out the way I expect, is I'm gonna mash up the drum breaks and the guitar melodies. So I wouldn't say this 1970s. It's kind of there. I just don't know that sound was. It's almost there. Now that's more straightforward, this one. We could chop this one. All right, it got stuck. I guess my only, not critique, would just be that the generations are a little bit longer. That would give us a little more room to sample these. Because I'm on loop mode, not necessarily one-shot mode. But that's why I said it seems like this is catered towards the video guys, because they could just drag and drop sound effects underneath their video. So here's the 1970s Black Soul. Let's put rhythm guitar. So those are kind of random. Yeah. Again, when you use Suno Studio, the guitars come out differently. So this is a different thing. I'm not hating on it. I just probably wouldn't sample that. So for that reason, I'm not going to force it, but I just wanted to show you guys that mashup feature. here's a mashup I did, which came out really dope. I just want to show you guys real quick. So I mashed up two different, I had a vocal idea and then a beat of mine that I did, and it just sounds crazy. Just want to show you guys how dope mashups can sound. I think this one has a vocal in it. Let me skip ahead a little bit. Here it is. So here's the mashup part. For those who know the song, we got the sample from Suno. They went in with this mashup. Just wanted to, I couldn't just leave off on that guitar. I had to show you guys how much sauce it gives you. So again, as a standalone feature, it's dope to have. Am I gonna rush to this new feature? Not yet. I think it still needs to cook up a little bit more, but it's dope that Suno is creating all these different moats. They have Suno Studio. They have the sound generator. They have really good lyrics. You know, the way they understand lyrics and create lyrics. What else is unique to Suno? They have mashup, if I didn't already say that. Let me count it on my hand. Suno Studio, they have the mashup feature. They have the one-shot generator / loop generator. And that's three things that other companies don't really focus on. I've seen another company with a one-shot generator, but it's so off that it's not even worth mentioning. But yeah, Suno's really like innovating. This is what we need to see in the audio space. So let me know what you guys think below. I'm shocked they have this. I can't wait to see where it goes. I think, again, my overall rating for those who skipped ahead is 6 out of 10 right now. But the fact that it exists is crazy. So peace out, y'all. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to go to Suno, go to busyworksbeats.com/Suno. That lets them know you came from here. Peace out, y'all.